So with the story of Eros and Psyche, I do believe that Psyche goes through the hero's journey. So the stage one is the ordinary world, and Psyche lives in the normal world. No man wants to marry her because of her beauty, which makes Aphrodite jealous. Stage two is a call to adventure. Psyche talks to an oracle and learns that she'll marry a man even if he is a monster. She's then brought to a cliff by her family and left to be found. The west wind ends up carrying Psyche off and dropping her at the palace where she's supposed to find the monster that she's supposed to love. Stage three is a refusal of the call. So Psyche is lonely in the castle despite being in this new luxurious place because she can't see who it is that she's in love with and that she's like dating quotations at the time. Stage four is meeting the mentors. So in the story, Psyche's mentors are her two sisters, and even though they're not really great mentors, they're the ones who convince Psyche to find out who the true identity of the man that she's with is. Stage five is crossing the threshold. So Psyche decides to listen to her sisters and find out who the identity of the monster that she's in love with is. She goes at night with a candle to be able to see who her lover is and finds out that it's Eros. And this is a point of no return for her. She burns Eros with the candle wax, and he sees her and he gets really upset that she didn't listen to him and found out who she was. So he ends up leaving Psyche. Stage six is challenges and temptations, and so Psyche wants to get Eros back, and she's told by Aphrodite that if she completes a series of impossible tasks, that she'll be able to get Eros back. And she gets help from various creatures and the gods. So, like in her first task, she has to sort a bunch of seeds apart, and when she gives up and feels like she can't do it, a bunch of ants help her sort the seeds, and then she has to get the fleece of a golden sheep, and she feels that she can't get it because it's going to kill her, and so a god tells her to collect the fleece from the bushes that it's rubbed up against. And then another one is she has to go to the underworld, and one of the gods tells her the way to go there because she gets ready to basically kill herself to be able to go there, and so they tell her how to do it and make it out of the underworld still alive. The last stage is death and atonement, and so in her last task, Psyche has to get the some beauty from Persephone and put it in a box, and so Persephone does that and gives it to her. And when Psyche's going to meet Eros, she's basically like, "Oh, I'm going to see, my boyfriend. I should probably get some of that." And when she opens it, it ends up not really to be beauty, that it's like a death sleeping spell, and so it falls on her and she ends up basically in like a death-like state. Stage 8 is transformation. So when Eros finds that Psyche is basically dead, he gives her some of the juice basically that transforms mortals into gods and gives some to Psyche so that she becomes a goddess. Stage 9 is atonement. So Psyche and Eros end up getting back together, and they even end up having a daughter goddess. And finally, stage 10 is return. So Psyche, now a goddess, and Cupid return back to Mount Olympus to live. And like I said, they have a daughter together and live out the rest of their lives, basically helping people with their love lives.